Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Welcome back for another edition of the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. This is the marvelous one, back at it again with Don and Philosophical. What's good, fellas?
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, you got to open up with an apology to Joey the GM.
I don't owe him no apology. I told him we're a young team, man. That's a lot of work that's got to be done. And look, we were number one in the Western Conference when Zion was there. And, you know, it's a problem. We knew it was going to be a problem with Zion and his weight. And, you know, the fact that it was going to cause issues as far as him playing. And I'm just waiting for the kid to mature. He's under contract. He's got a contract that's more like an NFL contract with incentives in it. So the Pelicans knew going into this was going to be an issue, but they seem like they're willing to fight it through. I'm hoping his situation is kind of like what Steph Curry's situation was when he first came into the league with Golden State. He had ankle problems every year, ankle problems. And he finally figured it out. He changed his body. He became a stronger player. He resolved whatever ankle problems he was having. So I'm hoping that's the case with Zion. I'm hoping as time goes on, he changes his body type. He becomes more mature, get himself a chef, get himself a personal trainer. Let's work that out. But look,
you got a lot of hopes and dreams, sir.
Well, I mean,
so no, hold on. You're saying it like it's the injury. I saw him doing 360 dunks before the playoffs. Can you please address that?
And shoot around and warm ups, and then he said, "I don't feel like Zion," so he decided not to play.
Well, it's more like he's not Steph Curry because of the injury.
I think this is turning into Ben Simmons. This is turning into Ben Simmons.
Y'all want me to answer the question or not? You asked me a question. Do you want me to answer? Yes. Look, I don't think it's a Ben Simmons thing. I think it's a weight problem. I sent y'all videos. I sent y'all text messages. And I told you when he was warming up before, when they said he was practicing, I was like, oh my God, this dude been eating good because he is out of shape. He is not at his playing weight. Yeah, he's been practicing. He's been practicing for quite a while, but he's not in game shape and he's not at playing weight. So that's why he can't play. Yeah, he can dunk, but he's going to be exhausted when he gets out on the court.
And he still hasn't found a jump shot.
How you going to say that, man?
He still hasn't found. I mean, because his first forte is to bully everybody and go in there and try to dunk on somebody.
That's one of it, but dude averages.
That's part of the knee problems too.
That's part of the knee problems, but the weight is what causes the knee problems. But he averages 25 points a game. He gives you a double-double.
Okay, and only playing 30 games a season.
I understand that,
and then he got weight problems, but
yeah,
he doesn't have problems cashing that check. Can you please elaborate?
He don't have problems walking to Popeyes or KFC or
All right, man. Let's go on with the recap of the playing games. Because this is going to go around and around in a circle. So, let's start with the Tuesday night games, man. We had the Hawks and the Heat, the 7 and 8 going at it. The Hawks pulled this out over the Heat, man. I was really surprised by this because, a lot of talk going into the playing games was that the Hawks were looking to trade Trae Young. And I was a little surprised by that. And they pulled out the win.
Yep. So he took that under fire.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe they lit a fire under him.
Yeah.
Maybe threats like that with Zion would help.
So I think Trae played a great game. Please understand that. I think they went against a depleted Heat team. The Heat, they just don't have enough weapons, whether it's starting or the bench. And I think that you're right. I think this was a wake-up call for the GM to say, hey, listen, maybe we can reevaluate that because I think the Hawks have a nice bench. They got good shooting, and the team is designed around him. I mean, Mighty Mouse is doing his thing, but the whole team is designed around him. So he's going to have to play big during this playoffs in order for them to say we need to keep him. But they're closely examining whether they should move on without him.
Yeah, but
I think he's played well throughout his playoff career. He's played pretty well.
He has played well. I think just the fact that they haven't taken that next step is probably what's in question. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, they have a new coach there. They're getting more production out of the bench. So maybe this might be the Hawks opportunity to do something. I don't think they're going to go anywhere in this year's playoffs, but maybe next year, another year.
I think
with Snyder.
they probably need a veteran player. I think they need a veteran superstar, maybe a veteran small forward or somebody like a Jimmy Butler or somebody like that to come in and kind of. They need somebody like that.
But they did. They got Murray from the Spurs, who I thought was a nice young up and coming player. So maybe they just need another year with him and Trae Young to try to get to that next level. And then
maybe trade John Collins.
No, I just think they got a good young core. Just give it another year. Give it another year.
They kind of they've been saying that with Trae Young now.
All right, move it on, man. We got the Timberwolves and the Lakers. That was the second game on a Tuesday night. The Lakers pulled this off, and my phone was blowing up from Joey to Jim. It was quiet for quite a while when the Timberwolves had like a 19-point lead. You know, I didn't hear nothing. It was crickets. It was real quiet, and I had some memes that I wanted to send him. You know, right there, ready to hit the send button, and then the Lakers came back. And you know. I saw it coming because I saw the Timberwolves. I don't know if they were just tired or complacent because they had something working, and then all of a sudden they stopped moving, stopped cutting.
It's all about. I think
aggressive.
Minnesota messed up. Well, not so much as messed up. I think it's lack of playoff experience. I mean, to me, they had the Lakers where they wanted them.
Oh yeah.
I told everyone. I said, Gobert plays weak against Davis, but I said, Davis kills kills him. But when Davis plays against Towns, I think he was shooting at something like 30%. So he wasn't getting off all the shots that he wanted to, and there was a lot of mystery calls during that game. But I think the officiating is going to be what it's going to be, and when you have control of the game, you got to learn how to close it out. I think that the young kid Edwards, I think he had one of his poorest performances ever.
Yeah, he had a bad.
He stunk it up
on a big stage, and when you have a one game, one and done, I mean, you don't have time for any type of flaws of that nature.
Conley showed up though.
Yeah, Conley showed up. He sure did. He played well.
Yeah, Conley showed up. Yeah.
But Anthony Edwards, to me, if you're playing that poorly, like try to contribute somewhere else. Like stop shooting. You don't shoot 9 3-pointers and miss all of them.
He's a young player, so he's gonna learn from that.
Well, let's go and give Anthony Davis and LeBron James their credit. I mean, they both played tough in the second half to pull us out, and you saw some big plays out of Hachimura and Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder hit the big time 3 at the end of the game. I think it was an overtime to close it out. So it's a good game. The Lakers still almost lost this game. They had the game won at the end of regulation, and then they fouled. Was it Conley? And Conley on a 3-point.
Hit all 3. Yep. Hit all 3.
Hit all 3.
With Anthony Edwards having a bad game.
So
and no Gobert.
And then this is no hate towards the Lakers. The Lakers aren't that good, and I think going up against Memphis,
and LeBron playing 45 minutes.
Yeah, Memphis is going to have that way.
I actually think the Lakers are going to beat Memphis. It's going to go 7 games, and they're going to beat Memphis.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We got the Thunder against the Pelicans.
Man, the Thunder.
The Thunder. Shea Gildress, man. You got to give that young man credit. That young man was unstoppable. And Herb Jones is a good defender, and he gave him the business in this game.
Yep.
What about the number 2 guy? What's his name? Giddy,
Josh Giddy. Yep.
Him and SGA.
Yeah.
63 points.
Yep.
Yeah. They put in work. But SGA dominated this game, man. And my biggest issue with the Pelicans is not just the fact that Zion is not available. Right? What we always say, the best ability is availability. Yeah. But we still a poor defensive team. And we talk about Herb Jones as a great defender and all of this stuff, but man, they're giving up a ton of points. And they're giving them up in bunches. It's like, dude, defense is a mentality. And this team just doesn't have it. So
Not
I
only
got
that, I think Brandon Ingram, by him shooting so many jumpers and not being aggressive in the middle, he's not forcing people to get in foul trouble.
Yeah, I
Because
agree. He kind of disappeared.
That's another way that you can deplete somebody else's bench play is that you really go to the bench. I mean, because everybody during the playoffs, yeah, you want to run it like an 8-man rotation. But if I get you in foul trouble, now I got to go to that 9 and 10 rotation, and that's something that would pretty much wasn't scripted.
Yeah. Yep. And the Thunder's bench is pretty deep.
Yeah, I agree. Because Brandon Ingram, he has this fadeaway jump shot. It's not going to get that many fouls. Not going to send him to the free throw line as much. So,
and he relies on it a lot.
He does. The Pelicans got a lot of work to do. I don't know if it's coaching. Maybe we need to bring in an elite coach because we got elite talent here. Elite young talent.
You don't like?
Got to figure out.
I forgot your coach's name.
Willie Green.
Willie Green. You don't like Willie Green?
I like Willie Green, but we got some elite talent here. Elite young talent that need to be cultivated. And, this is the second season with him. And, the second time we've been in the play-in game. It's like, okay, Willie.
Without
Zion. That's okay. You still got a elite.
You guys were number 1 in the West with Zion.
I got you, but you still got Brandon Ingram. You still got some young talent on this team.
That's still 25 and 15.
That's true. That's true.
That's a huge production. You're asking Brandon Ingram, what's his name?
Herb Jones, Trey Murphy.
No, the other one.
McCollum.
McCollum disappeared. You asking McCollum and Ingram to pick up that slack?
Yes,
that's a lot.
No,
that's a lot.
That's too much.
Why is that too much?
Yeah, that's too much.
We're talking about we're talking about a veteran player in McCollum, and you're talking about a max player in Ingram. You should be getting into the playoffs.
And y'all don't have anybody really to back up Zion.
Now, Zion takes you to the next level and makes you a contender. Well, we should be a playoff team with Ingram and McCollum.
No, Zion makes you a
playoff team.
And with chemistry and maturity, you become a threat.
But you were a playoff team.
I understand that. We were a contender when Zion was playing well. That was Zion. That was Zion without Ingram as the number one seed.
Y'all were playing hard. Yeah, they were playing hard.
Zion is a generational talent. But that's a generational talent. That's why we're giving him so much rope. Like, okay, come on, dude, get your chef, get your personal trainer. Let's get this body right. Let's get you in NBA shape to play.
I said this the other day on our show, is that there's no incentive to. Y'all done gave the bag now.
Dude, they all got the bag, man. The NBA, all players got guaranteed contracts in the NBA. They all got the bag. That's the market in the NBA.
Yeah, but what's the incentive for him to get a chef role?
His contract is incentive based.
No, it's not, because his incentive base is basically he doesn't get penalized as much as we would think the way the contract was written.
Yeah. Well, contracts in the NBA, his contract is an NFL-like contract. It's not fully guaranteed. He has incentives in there. Most NBA contracts are fully guaranteed regardless of anything that you do. So the Pelicans went into this knowing that Zion has a problem as far as getting out on the court. We had the Bulls and the Raptors. I watched this game, man. This was an ugly game to me, man. Really wasn't.
The Bulls almost gave it up.
Yeah, they almost gave it up, man. Well, the Raptors gave it up. The Raptors had a big lead and lost it. I was just like, man, come on, man. Finish these people off, because the Bulls didn't want it.
But the lack of veteran leadership by Toronto, and that's what I think that DeRozan had Kawhi Leonard brung to the table. They are in desperate need. They're a solid team. They're a solid team. But when they don't have that veteran presence to like have that killer instinct and say, okay, we got our foot on it. Hey, what'd you say? When you see your enemy drowning, what you do? You keep pouring more water on them?
Yep.
I didn't see that out of them. I didn't see nobody on that team that said, we up 15, let's go up 30.
Yeah, let's finish them.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and then at the end of the game, Siakam had a chance to tie it. He missed the free throws.
Free throws ain't free.
No, they ain't. And
nope.
I know the commentators were giving credit to DeRozan's daughter, who was screaming every time the
Yeah,
Raptors
Hey,
would
the
yeah.
shoot.
love, hey, the father-daughter relationship is unmeasurable.
I thought that was cute. But hey, the Raptors missed 18 free throws, so probably cost them the game. You got to give little girl credit.
Yep.
Facts.
Yeah. So yeah, so the Bulls move on, and was it tomorrow night? The Bulls will play the Heat, and the Thunder will play the Timberwolves. So the Heat will be at home against the Bulls, and the Timberwolves will be at home against the Thunders. Who you guys got? Bulls, Heat. Who you got? Who you got, Phil?
This is a tough one. I'm gonna choose the Heat on this one. It's gonna be a close game. The Heat on this one. Veteran presence, defensive team.
Don.
I love Jimmy Butler, man. I mean, when you talking about the one of the most gangster guys in the NBA that's about that life and about getting Jimmy buckets,
Yes,
I
sir.
just don't think he got the weapons or the mentality on that team. It's only so many fights that you can win by yourself, and if he's gonna win that fight, that he should have won it against the Hawks. I think that trying to, summon his energy 2 games in a row, it's just not gonna happen. I go Bulls.
Well, I'm going Heat, and here's why. No way Jimmy Buckets is going to allow the Heat to lose another game. That's
Yep.
for sure. And
Yep.
then two, the Bulls are just not a good team. They got good players, but they just don't mesh well. I don't know what it is about them, but they just don't mesh well. There's no way this team with Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, who's the kid that came from the Lakers? I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I can't either.
Caruso,
Caruso.
great defensive player. No way this team should lose more games than they win. They won 40 games and lost 42. No way with the type of talent that they had on it. So I just think it's just a poorly constructed team as far as chemistry. So
Yeah.
But the
they
end, but
they
but the
lose.
finals, but these type of games are leading towards matchups. So let's talk the matchups. You got two of the best one-on-one guys out there, so I don't think Jimmy's gonna match up well.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm talking about a team that won 40 games, and they did the same thing last year. They didn't look that hot last year. I don't see them winning this game. Not in Miami. Not with Jimmy Buckets. Miami's bench is going to play well because they're at home. All right.
Yep.
Timberwolves at home against the Thunder. Who you got, Phil? I'll give my answer
Thunder.
at the end.
Thunder.
Don.
I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with the. I want to go Timberwolves, but I'm gonna go Thunder because they're a young team, and I think that if that was, he flies again, man. Yeah, I gotta go Thunder. But I really want. If Gobert is Rudy playing? Because
He should.
that
It should be.
He should
then I'm
be.
going to. If he plays, I'm going Timberwolves.
Well, he should be because he was suspended one game. So he should be
Yep.
he should be available to play in this game.
Timberwolves.
Okay. I'm going Thunder. This young team showed me something against the Pelicans.
Yep.
And
I agree.
yeah. Shea Gilders-Alexander. This kid has been playing well all season long, and he's a budding superstar. So I think this is his coming out party. I was impressed with the kid. I've kind of been following a little bit through the season. I know he's been kind of steady. But I mean, this guy's arsenal of moves and ways of creating space and scoring, I was impressed with. So I like this Thunder team. I think they pull this off, and I think the Timberwolves, go into the offseason in disarray because of this.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Don looking at me like he's just not buying that.
I can't. I mean, right now you're looking at a young team, and yes, they're young and excited, and like you said, they're electrifying. But when I look at the size, and I don't think Edwards will go missing 2 games in a row like that. This is too much. And then Conley, he's that veteran presence that I think that almost pulled them past the Lakers, but I think they have enough to pull past the Thunder.
Okay. All right. So let's look at the Saturday games, and we can talk to the series and see who's going to pull out these series, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So first game, Saturday, 8:30. We got no, it's not the first game. The first game on Saturday will be the Nets and the 76ers. The 76ers they got the home field advantage here. Yeah, I'll let you go first, Phil. I'll give mine at the
Sixers.
end.
Sixers. This is too easy. I don't need
Sixers
to
and what?
elaborate anymore.
What sweep?
Sixers and 5.
5. Don, who you got?
Same thing. I think this is a warm-up game. I think the Sixers are looking to see what type of rotation and they're getting in preparation for second round.
Yep.
Yeah.
4-1.
4-1. Yeah, I think this is a sweep. I think the Sixers wipe the floor with the Nets. Yes, I think this is a sweep by the Sixers. Yeah. All right. Next, we got the next game is the 3:30 game. We got the Celtics at home against the Hawks. Yeah, like I told y'all before, the Hawks don't have a snowball chance in hell. I got the Celtics sweeping the Hawks here. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. I give it a 4-2. And that's because I think that the Hawks, they got some magic. They'll pull out some magic in Atlanta. Who you got, Phil?
You know what? I just thought about something. I'm going to choose the Celtics 4-3.
4-3? A 7-game series?
7-game series.
Don.
I got 4-1 Celtics. I think Celtics got too much.
Yeah, I think
much. And I think that the only reason they probably let them win one is because they probably want to end on their home floor. But I think that's what they want to do. They want to end on it. And if they go 4-2, whatever the Celtics got to do to end out on their home floor to gain that momentum for that second round, I think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, and all the reason I didn't go with a sweep or 4-1 because the crazy wild shots that Trae Young will start pulling off, and when he's at home, or he goes to Boston and they calling him names and making fun of his hair and stuff like they did in New York, it'll fire this dude off and he starts shooting half court shots. That's the only reason I like the Hawks to pull out too, because he'll get motivated some kind of way. Next, we got the Cavaliers at home against the Knicks. This is the 6 p.m. game on Saturday. Who you got, Phil?
Cavs in 6.
Cavs in 6.
Yeah.
Don.
I'm mentioning to see if Randall ankle is still sprained. That's a game one pivotal. If his ankle is sprained, I would suggest that they sit him down in order for him that long run. Right now, the Knicks have to win, because if the Knicks don't win, then it's going to mean that they chose the wrong person to go after. So this is a big story as far as Donovan want to get back at the Knicks for not wanting to pay me my bag, but at the same time give kudos and hats off to the Cleveland after going after this young man. But I would go with the Cavs because they have height and they got top defense.
I agree with Don and Phil on this, but I'm going with the Cavs. Not only the Cavs have a superstar player that can get buckets whenever he wants to. I mean, Spider puts in work, but they play defense. And so, yeah, I think the Cavs win this one 4-1.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I like the Knicks. I just think this is a bad matchup for
them. Yeah.
So I got the Cavs winning this. All right, Sunday. All right, let's go on and talk about it. I mean, we kind of brought it up. I'm gonna start with I'll start with it first. I know Joey Jim is gonna leave us some comments on this. We got the Memphis Grizzlies at home against the Los Angeles Lakers. Phil, go first, man. I'll go last because
Lakers in 7.
It's 7.
Yeah, Lakers in 7.
Oh,
I'm sticking with it.
I can see this dude, Joey Jim, clapping his hands, screaming because you said that.
Why are you doing that? Join the Let's Rock podcast while you're at it. I did that for you, Joey. Lakers in 7. I'm telling you right now.
All right,
Lakers
that's enough giving this dude shout outs.
I will say Lakers in 7 because LeBron's going to have to play 45 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is going to dominate because their big men are hurt.
Yeah.
Ja Morant's going to show up. I don't think Dylan Brooks is going to show up. I'm telling you right now, I just feel like this is a trap game for Memphis. They're talking a lot of trash, a lot of confidence, and I think the Lakers are.
Yeah.
They're going to be fueled by it. So Lakers in 7.
Hey, let me just say this before we move on to Don. Much love to Joey the Jim. He's one of our biggest fans out there.
Yeah.
We're always rapping about, NBA basketball. He's sharing the show. So appreciate you, Joey. All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Who you got, Don?
Okay, we call this show the voice of reasons for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Reasons. The reasons that the Lakers going to lose is because they're just a poorly constructed team.
Oh boy.
I'm just going to say that. And now, if you're going to put your whole season on Geritol LeBron, then so be it. He doesn't have enough juice in the tank to get there.
45
And not only that, AD's going to have to log a lot of minutes and stay healthy. I just don't see. I'm Ray Charles. I don't see it happening. And Memphis has too much shooting. Remember, they gave Golden State problems. My fault. Defending champion Golden State Warriors. So we're gonna see how much that defense is. But I got right now, I'm being nice. 4-2 Grizzlies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be a sweep. They're not going to wipe the floor with the Lakers. LeBron and AD is not going to let that happen. But I see it going 4-2. I got the Grizzlies winning this. Look, LeBron and AD are great, and Reeves has been playing out of his mind. They got some good talent, great talent with LeBron and Davis, and they got some up and coming young players with the Lakers. But if you look at this roster of Memphis, from Bane, Morant, Jackson, Brooks, dude, this team has been playing well with young, athletic, strong talent, dude. I just can't see the Lakers winning. It's just too much. It's too much firepower that the Grizzlies have. And I got the Grizzlies winning this 4-2 in 6. And no hate here, Congrats to the Lakers getting out of the playing game with 2 Hall of Fame players. I mean, really? Playing game with Hall of Fame players? But anyway, congratulations to them. You got to play the Grizzlies, the number 2 seed. I think the Grizzlies beat the Lakers. All right. Moving on. The game after that, the 5:30 game, we have the Bucks playing the winner, I guess is the winner of the Heat and Bulls game. Yeah, it will be the winner of the Heat Bulls game. Yeah, Bucks win this for me. I'll say that up front. Go ahead, Phil.
Bucks.
Bucks.
Sweet,
Don,
probably
sweet, yeah.
Especially well, actually, if they play the Heat, I give the Heat.
Fair enough.
2 games.
Okay, fair enough. Don,
I go with the Bucks, but I'm gonna be watching this game carefully because the Bucks need to just start showing some better shooting from their big man. I mean, Greek Freak right now. I mean, you driving down the middle, and teams are going to start using some of the playoff defense in order to stop you from driving down the lane. Somebody's going to start taking them charges, and the last thing you want to be doing is getting hurt in the first round. So he's got to be smart. They got to put this team away early. So yes, I would like to see a sweep in order to see a better second round, because if you get hurt playing around with these guys, then you're going to hurt your chance in the second round.
Fair enough. Yeah, like I said, I got the Bucks winning this. If it's the Bulls, it's definitely a sweep. If it's the Heat, I give the Heat 1 or 2 games. I mean, come on, yo. I mean, Milwaukee going to Miami to play in Miami. Come on, man. They're gonna party too hard one of those nights and not play well. Come on. I mean, that's the whole lure of Miami. So yeah. So we'll see what happens. All right. And lastly, oh no, I'm sorry, not lastly. So we still got the Suns and the Clippers at 8 p.m. on Sunday night. So Phil, who you got?
Suns 4-1.
4-1.
Yep.
Wow. Don.
So I want to see if playoff P plays.
Yes.
That's the deciding factor.
Yes.
If playoff
he's not playing the first game.
It doesn't matter, because believe it or not, I didn't have him winning the first game if playoff P showed up, because it's just so much energy that's going to be in that building. But please understand, as time goes on and you don't have that bench, Phoenix Suns, you're gonna realize that having all those trades, you traded a lot of bench, so that's minutes and defense. And not only that, they got two guys that match up really well with KD. You got PG that can match up, and then you got, the Claw, which will give him mad problems. So you ain't gonna go off Mr. KD, and at the same time, you gotta play both sides of the floor. So this is how you stop scores from being scores, is that you make them know that it's two sides of the floor. You gotta play offense, but also you gotta play defense. So right now, I'm itching to say, but if the Clippers, I got the Clippers beating the Suns. I'm really not that high on the Suns right now.
Mm.
4-3.
4-3. Okay.
Wow.
If PG, but if PG don't play, then 4-2 Suns.
Right. And I'm the same way. And I think PG is going to play this series. Maybe not the first game. I think he's already been ruled out the first game. But I gotta go with Kawhi, baby.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing with right there looking at that matchup. This series is very important because this might be Chris Paul's last run.
And
then
facts.
then who else does this game mean a lot to? It means a lot to Russell Westbrook. So if you look at who Russ played with his entire life, Russ then played with more Hall of Famers than I think about and not win a championship.
Yeah.
KD, Perk.
So no, good point. Good point, guys. I think you bring up a valuable point. Like we talked about who in this year playoffs needs to play well. Who? I think it's Russell Westbrook. I think this is the defining playoff year to see if Russ can get back to the Russ that we all know and love. Come on, we've been hard on Russ. I mean, we call him Russell. I'm not even going to disrespect the man. You know, the name calling that they said about the dude. But Russell Westbrook is a Hall of Fame player. He will be in the Hall of Fame. And hopefully I think it will be the year that gets him back on the map and gets him back in the good graces because he needs to find his way. He needs to find his way back into greatness. So I got the Clippers winning this. I think this is going to be the upset of this year's playoffs. And I got the Clips winning this joint 4-2. Surprising. Shit. Yeah. I don't even see it going 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I just don't trust the Suns. I don't trust Kevin Durant with his injuries. I don't trust Chris Paul anymore. I think Chris Paul is on a decline. So, yeah, man, I think Devin Booker is going to have to work hard. He's going to be putting in work. So coming up on the last game, this is the 10:30 game, Sunday night. We're going to have the Nuggets playing the winner of the Thunder and Timberwolves game. So I'll let you go first, Phil. I don't know if you remember who you picked between the Thunder and Timberwolves.
I picked the Thunder.
Thunder, yes.
And, man, wow. It's going to be tough to say this.
Upset? Do I need to get closer to here?
The Nuggets will win, but it will be a 7-game series.
Oh, okay.
The Nuggets will win, but it will be a 7-game series.
Okay. I thought I was going to have to get the clown music, Don.
It will be a 7-game series. No, don't be surprised if the Thunder pull it out and beat them. But it will be a 7-game series, but ultimately the Nuggets will pull it out.
Not a snowball. Not a snowball chance in hell. Not
Okay.
a snowball chance in hell. Don.
Right now, I picked the Timberwolves and, to win that game out the Thunder. I think that it'll be matchup problems. Maybe they squeak 2 games out of it and they rough them up. And but the Joker got to win this game because he's got to go. Because right now, I mean, two MVPs looking at trying to get his 3rd MVP. I mean, he's not going to get bounced the first round. It's just not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Jokic is not going to let that happen.
4-2.
4-2? Yeah. I'm with you on that. I got Jokic getting this win here. I got them playing the Thunder, and I'm thinking 4-1. I think they did. Wow. I love Thunder. I love what they're doing, but there's no chance. They don't match well against the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets have better coaching. I just think this is a much better team, and they're gonna win this game. All right, guys, that's the That's the games. That's the games coming up.
No. You can't forget about my word. You're gonna be disrespectful to me and not talk about my team, the world champion, the defending world champion, Golden State Warriors. How are you going to forget about the team that's really gonna come out the West?
Oh,
Let's
so
go
I
and
missed,
put.
I
Let's
missed
go.
on Saturday.
Because you know what? Because they're already in the championship as far as I'm concerned. So it's easy to gloss over top of that. Because I mean, to me, Steph is still going to be Steph, but Clay is back. Clay is back, and then guess what? Wiggin is back too.
Yeah.
So that's the to me, that young team, the Kings, is going to have problems. I might give you two, but please understand the two that you have, you shouldn't have had it. We just wanted to give Wiggins some more reps. But please understand, Golden State all the way through without any problems.
No disrespect. No disrespect. I missed that one. I missed it. Phil, who you got? Kings at home, Warriors. This is the 8:30
Warriors
game on Saturday.
Warriors
in five. Okay.
Warriors in 5.
All right. Warriors in 5. Wow. Yeah. Y'all don't even. The Kings are the home team, and you think the Warriors are gonna just run through them like that? Really?
Yeah, because you know the regular season was just. It's hard for us to get through it, man. I mean, it's hard for us to get through this regular season. I mean, Steph, I mean, it's only so many victory speeches we can get, you know, doing it. I mean, and I called them up. I said, hey, Kerr, stop giving the victory speeches. Save them for when they matter in the playoffs right now. Save them for the second round. As a matter of fact, save them for the finals, the Western Conference Finals, and the championship game. No more victory speeches during regular season.
Well, first of all, I'm wondering why you call Steph, because Steph ain't giving no victory speeches. You should have called Draymond, because Draymond is giving those victory speeches. So, make sure you call the right one.
Well, Steph gives the victory speeches as the ball is going half court through the net. So Steph speaks on the floor. He ain't got to speak in the huddle.
No doubt. So look, I get it. I just don't think the Warriors are going to win this. Don't get me wrong. Warriors are going to win this, but I got the Kings winning at least 2. This could go 7.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I think the Kings are going to surprise them. And keep in mind, Mike Brown, he's the Kings coach.
So
he might know the secrets.
Thank you, Phil.
He might know the Warriors' secrets.
You know the Kings are last in defense, right?
So
thank you for pulling out that fact.
Okay.
Terrible defense.
You got the best shooter of all time on the team. Defensive
Rain, Thunder, and Lightning.
Jordan Poole. Come on now, man.
I get it, man.
Gary Payton Jr.'s back.
Yeah.
I get it. I still got the Kings giving them a fight. Hey, look.
Gave him one game.
Hey, look. Hey, feelings over facts. Feelings over facts.
Definitely.
Worst defense in the league.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's because they put in work on the offensive end. So we'll see. Well, look, hey, man, let's go and wrap things up. Appreciate y'all joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next week.